So it looks like Warzone gameplay is going to be coming very soon. The official Warzone trailer has been uploaded to Call of Duty's channel and has been privated, and also a bunch of different YouTubers are preparing to upload their early Warzone gameplay that they recorded at last week's capture event that we talked about. This is going to get intense because we're moving into the time now where Warzone is really going to get into its prime full force marketing by Activision and Infinity Ward, pushing Warzone, advertising it as much as possible, and then shortly after a full release for this game mode. I also want to talk about Activision not going to GDC and how that may impact how they're going to reveal Black Ops 5, their development, and what is going to go on, because the more and more they delayed this stuff, the more and more concerning it gets as to, is this going to affect the rest of their production for new games? I think Modern Warfare, I think Warzone, both fine. Most of that stuff will continue, but their plans as to how they're going to reveal a bunch of different stuff may be impacted if this virus continues to spread, and if it starts to worry companies and investors, and they don't want people out at these conferences, they don't want people out communicating with each other, and if they don't want people communicating with each other, there's going to be less of a chance we get some good marketing, especially moving into Call of Duty 2020. How important it is because Treyarch is now making Black Ops 5 Call of Duty 2020, and at least according to the leaks, it's not looking too well, so we'll have to see how that works. But let's just get into the video here. A YouTuber, The Legend of Act, tweeted out, just an FYI, there is a private video on the Call of Duty YouTube channel with no image on it, and this is the image up on screen. You have some of the main Season 2 promotional trailers, the Battle Pass trailer, and then obviously below it, a privated video. That's obviously going to be Warzone, the next big thing they're going to be advertising, and this doesn't always happen, but it does happen on occasion where accidentally they upload it early. It's still privated, so it's not like they're uploading the whole trailer early, but I'm pretty sure with one of the Modern Warfare, I think it was the Modern Warfare gunfight trailer, that was actually uploaded, privated, and then they took it back down, and then was shortly released the next week over the summer. Sometimes this doesn't happen. Sometimes with Season 1, we didn't see this. With the first Modern Warfare reveal trailer, I'm pretty sure we didn't see this, but the gunfight trailer we did, so obviously they make this mistake where it pops up in the playlist and it goes back down, and this may have happened in past Call of Duties as well. But what's also interesting is that he tweets out this, looking like more creators have private videos across their YouTube channels. TP, Noah J, both have private Modern Warfare videos on their channel. Not saying it's Warzone, but it could be. Now, in relation to Call of Duty having a same private video, you know, obviously we would think it's Warzone. That's the next big thing that they recorded. We know they went out and recorded it. Noah J and Syndicate were at that event, so it's pretty obvious that it's going to be Warzone. But here are the images up on screen. You have TP's there, private video, and then Noah J's as well. A couple private videos. I mean, he probably got some exclusive access to Warzone. He probably played the whole entire thing, which makes sense. The bigger YouTubers, the influencers, are going to record the gameplay, and Activision wants them to because they're going to get the eyes on the game mode, and people are going to say, you know, Warzone looks sick. I saw Noah J play it. Now I want to play it myself. So that's just how it works. But regardless of that, this is a good sign that we're going to be seeing the Warzone trailer very soon if they're all preparing to upload these videos. Someone else also responded, and it's removed now, so obviously they removed it. It's not there. They know people catch on, and I mean, this has happened so many times before, so I don't know if it's just some guy that doesn't really know what's going on. Maybe it's a new guy uploading and preparing the trailers, and they just don't realize that it's going to pop up if it's privated there like that, and you know, they took it down, and they'll obviously release it very soon. But the fact that we're seeing this is just a good sign that this is all coming very soon, and it does make sense. We're February 28th right now at the time of recording this video, and our dates that we've been talking about, at least from the VGC leak, early March, they said March 10th. Most people are saying either March 3rd or March 10th. March 3rd is very interesting. All the stuff within the game, the storyline had been hinting at March 3rd. The city of Verdansk, you know, going into fire and flames and all this different stuff, chaos happening on that day, March 3rd, 2020. So that's why people were saying it may release March 3rd. March 10th as well, very possible, but we should be expecting this trailer very soon. If you really want to look at the possibility here, the embargo has to lift any day now. It really has to lift, honestly, tomorrow, Saturday. I doubt the game mode is going to fully release this Tuesday, March 3rd, and then the embargo is going to release only a day before that. I mean, unless that's their plan, I wouldn't put it past them. I would like them to have more of a hype period, so release the trailer as early as possible, and then give us like a good week to get hyped up for it, and then release Warzone. But it looks like, you know, we're closely approaching March 3rd, so if the media embargo doesn't lift shift very soon, then the March 3rd release date is just not going to happen because there's just no time. Again, if they release all of the gameplay on the same day or the day before, I guess that would make sense, but I just don't like that idea. So if anything, March 3rd, media embargo date, trailer, all of the gameplay, and then March 10th, the actual, release of the game mode. I saw some stuff with people saying March 9th media embargo date. There's so many different dates floating around, so I'm not too crazy about the specifics here, but it's going to be some Tuesday, and the first 2 Tuesdays in March are up next. So we got to really keep our eyes on this stuff now more than ever before. Now, this is something about the future of Call of Duty. Activision tweeted out, "The health and well-being of our teams is our highest priority, and due to growing concerns related to the coronavirus, Activision is asking employees not to attend this year's Game Developers Conference as we continue to monitor the situation." They go on to say, "This was not an easy decision to make as the conference is and has always been an important event for our developers. We look forward to participating in the future." So I think if you look at this at first glance, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. They're not going to some developer conference. They can't do their speech that they're going to do. And really, what were they going to reveal? Probably nothing. What were they going to talk about? Probably nothing too important. But you have to think, if this stuff is going to inhibit them from doing their media presentations, from revealing new things, I'm not saying Call of Duty necessarily, because this is Activision as a whole not wanting to go to GDC, other companies, whole big companies not wanting to go to all of these conferences, it's going to delay the production and the process of how they market, develop, and create their games. And this is obviously a big deal with Call of Duty, because Call of Duty 2020, especially because of the issues behind the scenes that were leaked with the production of the game, it's probably still being developed right now. And with COD 2020, there's probably still so much work. Treyarch, Sledgehammer Games, and Raven are, they're all working on the game, obviously. They're probably going through a lot right now trying to finish up this game, and who knows the status of this game, but coronavirus and this stuff does not help anyone. Now, maybe you could say, okay, within the studio, they could still work on the game. It's not like they have to stop working overall. I guess that's true, but the company as a whole, Activision, their publisher as a whole, the more and more they delay this stuff, the less likely we're going to see, let's say, the first teaser trailer release for COD 2020 very soon. Black Ops 4, their teaser trailer first released in March of 2018, and then we saw a full reveal of Black Ops 4 around the middle of May. I think it was May 16th or so, but the point is, we're not going to see a first teaser trailer or even a reveal until a very long time until now, because of the fact that Activision is not going to be ready to do this stuff, because all of their plans are being delayed, all of their plans are jumbling up together, and they're just not going to have any time to actually release all of this different stuff because they're going to have so much stuff on their hands that's all coming together. I mean, this stuff is actually going to be a pretty big deal for the whole video game industry at large. So they actually just announced Game Developers Conference postponed amid coronavirus concerns. So we had all of these different companies backing out, and it seemed obvious that they were just going to cancel the whole thing just because of the fact that no one was going to be there. Key participants such as Facebook Gaming, Sony, Microsoft, and Epic Games had pulled out of the event over the past 2 weeks, citing health concerns amid the spreading pandemic. After close consultation with our partners in the game development industry and community around the world, we've made the difficult decision to postpone the Game Developers Conference this March, the event wrote in a blog post Friday. So I guess postponed doesn't actually mean canceled, but it is postponed indefinitely, meaning that we really don't know when they're going to hold GDC, and it might actually be just next week and completely canceled for the entire year if they can't get scheduling on point. And some other stuff here, GDC is not the only event in the video game industry affected by the coronavirus outbreak. Concerns about the pandemic have also hit the world of esports hard. Over the past few weeks, multiple events planned in Asia across leagues for games such as Overwatch, PUBG, and League of Legends have been canceled, postponed, or moved to areas outside of mainland China. So obviously my main focus is Call of Duty. I mean, I'm also concerned about GTA. I want that game to release as well, GTA 6, but it's looking not likely for this year anyway. But in terms of Call of Duty, I don't want anything to go wrong long, especially if these events continue to be canceled, and if everything slows down, that is just going to trickle down to the development of the game, and it's not going to be good, especially with Call of Duty 2020 right now, the status of that game, and honestly, maybe even the rest of Modern Warfare. So I don't think we should be too concerned, because most likely this will get better. I mean, it's more likely that this is just a, you know, short time period event, where maybe for the next couple months it'll seem like such a crazy thing, but by the summer it would go away and we'll be good. Everything will be back on track. Maybe some stuff will be slightly delayed, but for the most part, development is good. Call of Duty will continue its marketing. Activision will not have to cut corners for not doing all of this different stuff, for not having these events, for not having these esports events as well. Hopefully it just doesn't impact the video game industry too much. It's definitely impacting other tech companies. Their revenue is going to slightly dip. Things will change, and hopefully that doesn't translate too much over to the video game industry. But you know, the video game industry is sort of also the tech industry as well to some extent, so that's why I'm a little concerned, but I think in the end we'll be fine. Especially if you're just concerned about Call of Duty, I think we should be good. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.